Hello and welcome to She's at the Vicarage. Sorry, I've been away for a few weeks. It's the start of term and it's been a busy time in the vicarage. But now let me share with you some of the things I've been up to and mainly focused on the greenhouse area. Now you'll remember this video, I'm sure, from earlier in the year when I took the greenhouse apart. Took it apart, replaced the glass and cleaned it and just totally redid the greenhouse. Part of the redoing, in fact, was putting together a new wooden frame foundation underneath the greenhouse. It's on tarmac, so it's quite a sturdy foundation, but it's stopped. And then you may remember in the garage, I found a packet of cement, and this is me just cementing. Can't remember whether you saw that before. But the bit that I haven't shown you, I don't think, is the state of the ground next to the greenhouse. So this is the ground next to the greenhouse and what I started working with at the beginning of this year. It really hasn't happened overnight and it's taken some time to just cut it down. So on one weekend I managed to get some of it down, a lot of the greenery down, lots of twigs and sticks, then cleared a bit. And so you'll see it's in conjunction. After I cemented the greenhouse, you'll see a lot of the greenhouse shelves and stuff outside. So the section managed to clear the pathway that runs down on the left side, and I managed to clear enough space to put the shelves up. That was by the end of May. In May I focused on trying to, the plan was to cut these logs up, get rid of the excess wood, but also I kind of kept them because I wanted to make my own shelves for the greenhouse. And so you'll see me working hard on cutting up quite a lot of logs and wood, and the intention was to make my own shelves. I'm afraid the wood just sits in the garage at the moment. I didn't get round to that, and I had to accept that some things weren't going to happen this year, but I did need to return everything back into the greenhouse. And so by June, I put all my seeds and plants into the greenhouse on the previous shelves. The floor was cemented and it did look a lot better, but it wasn't quite what I planned for this year. But I did get some really good growth. And so they'll see there, I've got peppers and tomatoes and basil and mint, courgettes, lots of things growing in my greenhouse. So it was functioning with the shelves that I had. Not quite what I imagined, but I actually managed to utilise the greenhouse over the summer. So the greenhouse has been functioning over the summer, but this space has stayed a mess. And what I learn is if you don't get a job fully done, it creates jobs. So things started growing again. And part of the reason this was left was because I didn't really know what to do with all... there's a lot of ants and ants' nests in that, lots of rotting wood. So I didn't really know what to do. So it just got left. And what I decided was I was going to just fill up some bags and actually just get rid of this. There's so much soil in it that it won't go in my garden waste recycling. So I've just decided to bite the bullet and fill some black bags with this last little pile. And you'll notice from time to time I put twigs in that bin on the left, that incinerator, that's the word I'm looking for. So I did put some of the twigs in the incinerator to burn, but those things that aren't burnable, they've gone. Now, wind blows off the roof next to our garden and tends to blow a lot of bottles and rubbish. So amidst all this soil and leaves and twigs, I do keep coming across old plastic as well, so that's part of the reason that it can't go into the garden waste as well. So just getting rid of this section to really clear it. I'd love to be a real YouTuber and show you a massive transformation, but as you'll notice, unfortunately I didn't get that whole patch cleared before we went to Japan. But what I did do was just tackle this little bit of flower bed between the pathway and the soil. You'll see the pile is still there. But I had these rosemary plants and they were dying really. And I knew I was going away and I knew they wouldn't get watered. And so I planted them in the side of the pathway. I'll show you them later on. But here you go. I came back from Japan and just thought, today I am going to get this sorted. I am determined to get this section finished. We're coming in to autumn now, and I was determined just to clear this section. As you can see, the greenhouse, things didn't get watered, didn't all survive my trip away to Japan. But I did manage to start clearing this section. I also started accepting that some things I haven't managed to grow. These little bits that I'm picking out are the onions that I grew this year. You'll remember I planted them ages ago, and that's all I had to show for my onions. But all this soil was very good. Now this little section of grass here dips down. It's not flat. So I decided I was going to tip out the soil and then hopefully put some grass seed down, and hopefully that will replenish that area. You'll see there I just jumped slightly. That's because I wasn't alone in this section, but a frog decided to join me. Let me show you that frog. He just stood there very stationary until I let go, and then when I came back he disappeared. It wasn't the only thing to stop me in my tracks, but I was also joined by this beautiful butterfly as well. It's lovely to see all that live in my garden. You can see to the side the rosemary and lavender flourished being planted out, and I managed to clear that whole section beside the greenhouse and decided to put my table and chairs here. It's a beautiful place to catch the sun, and so I got to enjoy sitting in the sun and just enjoying my garden and all my hard work while eating a satsuma. And then I noticed that this fence was broken, and so I decided to fix the fence and also spend the last bit of my time today painting the fence. I don't know about you, but I find painting and decorating quite therapeutic, and so it was quite nice to just have this time outside, knowing that the days outside would be less. Just to be painting and enjoying the sunshine on my back as well. And so slowly I got to work and the fence got finished. Noticing watching this back that actually that darker colour on the fence really makes the bench pop. This fence really has seen better days and does slightly slope outwards, which is quite worrying. It could well fall down, but hopefully for now it's looking better. And here's the big reveal, my beautiful section next to my greenhouse. What a difference it makes. From this absolutely overgrown section that can't be used to a beautiful place to sit out and enjoy a satsuma in the sun. I am so happy that eventually I got there. I wonder what big projects you've been working on. Let me encourage you to just keep going one step after the other and you'll get there. But thank you for joining me this week. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. God bless.